Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a good weekend. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aquarius. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus signs. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. Spirit, please help us with this message today. So the first card that came out in today's reading is the World card. And then we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. And what I'd like to do first is pull a Mystic Dream card. All right, Spirit, what is the message today? Go ahead and cut this deck. This is for the sign of Aquarius. Spirit, what is the message for Aquarius today? And we have the Falling card. Falling symbolizes a loss of control and fear, often reflecting feelings of helplessness or uncertainty. However, it also represents deep transformation. This dream reminds you that the fall is leading to growth and new beginnings, even if it feels unsettling, as it is a necessary step in your journey. Okay. So the first card that came up here in the reading today is the World card. And this card signifies a feeling of unity or a completion of something in your life. This may be something that gave you a sense of accomplishment. This does also symbolize a new beginning, because as you complete one thing, then you start into a new chapter of your life. And this card also speaks of new beginnings. This dream reminds you that the fall is leading to growth. So what might be closing out right now in your life potentially is something that potentially may be making you feel helpless or uncertain in what is happening, is what this card is telling me. What's closing out may feel a bit unsettling, but it is a necessary step in your journey. And then the next card that we have here is the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles came out in reverse. This refers to selfishness. There can be generosity, but with strings attached. So this tells me that you've been feeling as if there's not an equal give and take in the situation. And also to clarify, the card that was on the back of the deck to clarify or what's in the background is the Lover's card in reverse. So that does refer to some disharmony in a love relationship of some sort. So this tells me that that may have been one of the things that you were dealing with in closing out this cycle here. And you may be stepping forward feeling that this is unfair a bit. You may be feeling a loss of this connection. And then the next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. And this refers to feeling potentially burnout in the situation. You've been putting a lot of work in, overworking, putting more into the relationship, and it's not an equal give and take. So this is exhausting you. You may feel a lack of direction, not really knowing where this is going, potentially. Which speaks of the feeling of helplessness or uncertainty, because to not know where something's going would certainly leave you feeling that way. And then we have the 10 of Wands, and that came out in reverse, which refers to putting extreme pressure on yourself or feeling extremely exhausted by the situation. So what I'd like to do, since this is a love reading, I am going to clarify with some love oracle cards. And we'll go ahead and we'll take 2 or 3 of these cards, depending on how many want to show themselves here. But the first card I'd like to clarify is, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me move these up a little bit as much as I can. We have the Lovers card right here. I'm just going to put it under the 10 of Wands for now. Okay, so I'd like to clarify the Lovers card a bit to see what's going on in this connection that's impacting Spirit. Tell me about the, there we go. Tell me about the Lovers in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. So there may be some addictions potentially impacting this connection. Unhealthy obsession with it. Time in reverse. So time in an upright, what it says on the card is waiting, cycles, or moments. So maybe no more time, no more waiting. Spirit, tell me more. Releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away, but it's in reverse. So that's not releasing. Maybe at this time you're still holding on. Okay. Spirit, what is the advice? Second chance in reverse, opportunity in reverse. So that's definitely releasing. And what I'd like to do is just pull a few love message cards. These may clarify a bit. Okay, Spirit. What is the message here? Sneaky and not to be trusted. We'll take one more. I care about myself. Okay. So it appears you may be dealing with somebody who's very self-centered and seems to put their needs and their wants above yours. They may be very sneaky and not to be trusted. You're holding on, but Spirit's encouraging you to walk away, to not give it a second chance or a third chance or a fourth chance, depending on how many chances you're at this time. And to look at the mystical dream card again, falling symbolizes a loss of control and fear, often reflecting feelings of helplessness or uncertainty. However, it also represents deep transformation. This dream reminds you that the fall is leading to growth and new beginnings. So this may feel like a fall to you, because maybe you thought this was your new beginning, because that's what the World card can signify. Even if it feels unsettling, as it is a necessary step in your journey. All right, and I would like to go ahead and just pull a couple these are advice cards. This is from the Clarifying Life Situations Oracle. Go ahead and cut the deck here. Okay. What is the message today? What is the advice? The first one we have is Mountain of Mastery. Ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the soul presence of the Mastery Mountain pathway. So this pathway is definitely a difficult climb to the top. Adapt and thrive. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible. Embrace shifts and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves. So you just gotta keep pushing forward and adapt and thrive. All right, thank you, Aquarius. Till next time.